Hello, y'all. I'm Steve Sisson, a runner, coach, and dirtbag philosopher living in Austin, Texas at the bleeding edge of the Anthropocene. And I'm very excited to share a new project with you. It's called Oyo.run, and the focus is simple: self-coaching, taking ownership of your running experience as you should have been doing all along. I'll be your host, joined by a range of collaborators who will help me break down the fundamentals of training and racing with as much clarity, precision, and honesty as I can muster. We'll move across the full spectrum, from physiology to strategy, mental skills to organizational planning, all with one purpose: to make you more invested, more effective, more motivated, and ultimately, if I do my job well, to help you derive more meaning from everything you do as a runner. Think of it as the definitive resource for the self-coached runner. The name Oyo.run carries a legacy and a story, and I'll unpack that in the very first episode, dropping April 1st, 2026. Yes, April Fool's Day. You'll find it wherever you can get your podcasts. Now, I'm bringing to this 50 years of my own running and racing experience, as well as over 30 years of coaching expertise. My goal with these early episodes is to lay a foundation, the how and why behind the training systems that coaches build. For some of you, this will be review. For others, it'll be critical background that you've never had access to. Either way, my goal is to provide the foundation for developing your own system, or at a minimum, to deeply understand the one you're already embedded in. Eventually, we'll get deeper into the weeds with all manner of topics, guests, and breakdowns. Alongside the free podcast, I'll be hosting a private online community resource for deeper exploration and discussion. More on that in the coming weeks. Now, you might wonder why a coach would give away all the keys for free. That's reasonable, I guess. But let me provide a clear answer. I benefit far more from working with an informed, thoughtful, reflective athlete than I ever could from one who simply follows orders. While my system has been honed through 30 years of hard-earned experience, what makes coaching truly rewarding is having an athlete who can take that knowledge into the arena of their own unique experience. So this isn't a pitch to have you stop working with a coach. If anything, I view this as a public service for coaches everywhere, including myself. You might think of the difference between a cook who follows a recipe and a chef who understands balance, flavor, technique. I'd rather coach a chef, someone who can take the fundamentals into the kitchen of their own experience and make something real with them, not just execute instructions that they don't understand. And as I'll argue throughout the entire podcast run, the athlete who knows gains significantly more benefit from any training or racing situation than one who simply follows. So I encourage you to join us on April Fool's Day for episode 1. You can find all the information at www.oyo.run. That's www.oyo.run. Deep gratitude and thanks goes to Michael Kratchik for the soundtrack that is at the front of this episode and at the end of the episode. Also, deep thanks to Katie Voigt for her artwork and inspiration. And finally, to Stefan Keenan, the man who pushed me to keep podcasting and helped me come up with the idea of this podcast explicitly on self-coaching. Thank you, my brother. So I'm honored and excited to share this project with you. Godspeed.